Hi, my name is Haley McFarland, and I teach 8th grade math to your 8th grade students here at South Belton Middle School. A little bit things about me. This is my family. I have a daughter. Her name is Charlotte. She's almost 2 years old. My husband, his name is Josiah, and he is in the active duty Army. And we are currently expecting baby number 2 on the way. So some of my favorite things are Whataburger, and I love flowers. Dolphins are my favorite animal. My favorite color is purple, and the place that I really want to go someday is the Georgia Aquarium, which is in the top right corner of this screen. So some classroom procedures that I wanted to go over with you today are grading policy, some expectations, how the gradebook is going to work, and what we do in class on a daily basis. So grading policy, when I give an assignment to the students, I allow them the entire 9 weeks to complete the assignment. When I do put in grades into the gradebook, if that assignment is not turned in yet, it will be marked as missing until the student turns in the work. My expectations with the students in class is that majority of the students do not have calculators that we use in class to do math at home. So as I've told my students, I do not require them to do homework or math assignments outside of school. I want them to have the exact calculator that we use in class, which will be the exact calculator that they will use on the STAR test. It is very important to practice with what you're going to use on the STAR test. So they know that I do not assign homework and I do not require them to do math outside of the classroom. That is why I allowed them the entire grading period to finish an assignment. Some expectations that your students know already is that when they come into the classroom, they are to immediately grab their work for the day from the tray, their calculator, a pencil, and they pull out their computers to do their warm-up on Schoology. The gradebook, I update every 48 hours. I try my best and am very conscious about keeping the gradebook up to date at all times. When I was in school, I was always the kid checking my gradebook and checking my grades every single day, and it was really frustrating when the teachers never put in grades. So, if I am not updating grades daily as they are being turned into the bin, then I am updating them every 48 hours for sure. So, if there is an assignment that says it is missing in Skyward, then it is probably 95% missing. If your student turns in a work the day of, please allow me that 48 hours if needed to update the gradebook. So this is basically how our class schedule goes. So when the kids enter the room, they are going to pick up their assignment for the day in the tray. They then start their warm-up, which I allow them 5 to 10 minutes to complete the warm-up depending on the level of the warm-up. Normally, our warm-ups will consist of old STAR questions that were previously on STAR test. I like the kids to be able to see what they potentially could see on a STAR test. They are only tested on their warm-ups over material that we have already covered, and now that we're a few weeks into the school year, they're getting more into the routine of the warm-ups. Every warm-up is for a grade. They do know that expectation. All of their grades are available to see with their warm-ups in Schoology. Once the warm-up is complete, we put away computers and we start on our handout for the day. Once we complete the notes directed by me as the teacher, they will start on their assignment, which on their papers it is labeled as homework and then a number, depending on what lesson we're on. However, it's not technically homework. They do not have to finish it and turn it in the next day. Again, they are allotted the entire 9 weeks to complete an assignment. So when your students are done listening to the direct teach, they can then work with their shoulder partner to start on their independent practice and their homework. This is also the time that I pull small groups and work with the students individually in groups of 3 or less. This is also the time for students to raise their hand and ask questions as I walk around the room. This also could be used for a time where if a student has understood the current lesson but is unsure about something they learned in a previous lesson, they can pull out that paper and work on it. So yeah, basically that's how the class works. We only are allotted about 45 minutes per class period, so it does go very fast, and it may be fast at some points, but I do work in work days where certain days of the week or every other week will be just a work day, a full 50 minutes for students to complete missing work, missing assignments, or catch up on anything that they need to work on. So my contact information is here. This is my email, HaleyMcFarland@bisd.net, and the phone number that you can reach me at via phone call or text message will be this one down here. I do respond to emails very quickly. You can also send me a message on Schoology, and I would love to help and work with you and your students with anything that you may need throughout the course of the school year. I really appreciate and enjoy having all of your students in my class, and I can't wait till we get this math down and that STAR test taken and get to relax at the end of the year. Thank you, and have a good night.